Okay, so welcome back, and now we're going to do another example of a word problem application. And again, I'm going to read it to you and just follow along. It says, an electrician has 5 spools, each containing 10 feet of wire. He needs to cut pieces of wire that are 18 1/4 inch each. Okay, so each piece of wire has to be 18 1/4 inches long. He wishes to know how many whole pieces of this length he can cut from the spools. Okay, so each spool has 10 feet of wire. He needs to cut pieces of wire that are 18 1/4 inches each. And he wants to know how many whole pieces of this length can he cut from the spools. Okay, so now here's the thing. He's got 5 spools with 10 feet of wire each. Okay. He needs to cut 18 1/4 inches lengths. So he's going to cut lengths of wire that are 18 1/4 inches long. Okay, they got to be whole pieces. That's the key. So now, first of all, you got to think about this. My first thought, just from a mathematical point of view, is just to multiply 5 times 10 and get 50 feet and then just divide by this, right? Because I want to see how many lengths, right? How many of these lengths can I cut? But that would be incorrect, most likely, because I may not have enough wire on one spool to get a perfect whole length. I might have some scrap at the end, right? Some scrap wire that just doesn't quite measure up to this amount, right? Remember, I need this many. So in this case, I'm going to take one spool, right? Find out how many lengths of 18 1/4 inches I can cut from 10 feet. And then once I have that number, then I'm going to multiply that by 5. That would be the correct way of going about it in this application type problem, because in the real world, you might have scrap left over on one spool. Okay, so keep that in mind. So now, what are we going to do? So what I want to do is I want to take 10 feet and see how many 18 1/4 inches I can cut from those 10 feet. Now here's the thing. This is measured in feet. Oops. This is measured in inches. We need to make sure that the units are the same. So I'm going to change this to inches. So this is going to be 120 inches, right? So 10 feet is 120 inches. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 120 inches and divide by this, because then that will tell me how many pieces of wire I will end up with that are this long. So let's do it. So I'm going to do 120 divided by 18 1/4. Now here's the thing, I got to change this to a mixed number, or excuse me, to an improper fraction, and I got to change this to a fraction. So this would be 120 over 1 divided by 73 over 4, right? So I multiply 4 times 18, that's going to be 72 plus 1. Okay? Now, I'm going to change this to a multiplication problem. So this is going to be 120 over 1 times 4 over 73. Now, is there anything that I can cancel? I don't see anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply across the top and the bottom. Yep. So I'm going to get 480 over 73. Okay, now those are in inches. Now here's the thing. I'm going to see how many whole pieces I get. So now if I divide this, right? Well, let's divide. Okay, so 70 goes into here about 6 times. So if I do 6 times 73, that's going to give me 438. Right? 6 times 7 is 42, which is 420, plus 18 is 438. So 438. So the most that I'm going to get is 6 whole pieces, right? Because I'm going to end up with how much extra inches, how many inches left over am I going to get? Well, 438 is going to give me 42. So I'm going to end up with 42 inches left over from each spool. Okay, now that's from each spool. So this equals 6 and 42 over 73. Okay, so now that means how many pieces total am I going to get? Well, that was for one spool. So I'm going to get 6 whole lengths that are 18 and 1/4 inches long from one spool. So now I have to multiply that by 5. So 6 times 5 is 30. So I'm going to end up with 30 lengths of wire. So 30 pieces of wire. Each measuring 18 and 1/4 inches long. That's it. Have a great day.